Unity is metaphysics, so we study what is underneath the obvious. So city, according to the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, what is one of our reference books for unity and for new thought, and it has a list of words. They can be like city. It could be names of cities themselves, like Jerusalem, Bethlehem. It could be something like rock or water or something like that, and it will tell you what the metaphysical definition is of that word. So city actually, metaphysically means fixed states of consciousness or aggregations of thoughts in the various nerve centers of the body. So it's referring to chakras, nerve centers in the body. The presiding or central thought meaning of a city is found in the significance of the name of the city itself, combined with that of man or country or nation. So we're talking about a city is something you build, so it's talking about building consciousness. So whether it's your individual consciousness or group consciousness, we have a consciousness as our community. There are certain things we believe in. There are certain ways that we are with each other. When people come here, they realize that we are truly a family. That word family is used a lot in church communities. And a lot of us have been in communities where family was used and we felt no family. But when people come here, even guests, say, oh, this is different. Something's happening here that is not happening in other communities. That is our consciousness that we have built together as an aggregation of people, as a community of people together. So I love this song because it's talking about moving away from the things that trouble us, from the ruins and the rubble, from the night of struggle, moving away from that and opening our eyes, just like it said in the reading, that it wipes away that. I talk about the windshield wipers on the windshield and wiping away the dust and the dirt so you can see clearly through. And so here, that song is also talking about that maybe we can see through and we can have a ray of hope to something better. And that better is building a consciousness, building a beautiful city, this consciousness, which is not actually all in the head. All that we are, the energy that we are is a consciousness. So what it is, that belief that you predominantly carry, is your city that you have built. And if you're not liking what city you live in, move. What's that movie? Get Out. Run, Forrest, run. It's time to do something about that consciousness. It's time to do something about that. And we have the power to do something about it. So it says in the song, we're not talking about a city of angels. We're not asking something to come rescue us. We've been given all of this power within us. We're made in the image and likeness of God. God is the energy in which we live and move and have our beingness. We've been given everything that we need. We have these eyes to see, and we can choose to see something different. We can wipe that slate clean. We can wipe the windshield clean, all the stuff that's gathered on the windshield, which is all the baggage that we carry through life. That's all the stuff you got on your windshield, and you're looking through the stuff at life. So that's your filter. So if you haven't dealt with your baggage, we were talking earlier about working on our issues, not having buttons that people can press. That's the stuff on the windshield. And you wipe it clean by changing consciousness, by prayer and meditation. There she goes again, floating those two words, prayer and meditation. Getting into the silence so that you can hear God, you can hear Spirit talking to you, telling you what's on the windshield. What do you need to wipe it away? How do you wipe it away? The word you're choosing today is going to help you wipe the screen. That's what that word is for. The word you're choosing is going to help you have more of an experience of God in a particular way that is designed for you. Even if somebody else in this room has the same word you do, you are going to experience that word differently because your windshields are different. The stuff crusted on the windshield is different. The way that you will use those windshield wipers is different. Some of you may choose not even to turn on the windshield wipers. You'll just say, I got a word. And you go through 2026, you say, oh, that was fun. I chose a word. I don't even remember what it is. Come March, June, July, September. Because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we're not there. Sometimes we're not ready for the work. And the question is, are you ready to wipe the windshield clean? Are you ready for the wiping of the windshield? So it is possible, because all things are possible. You could just blast all that stuff off the windshield in an instant and decide, I'm just going for the light. That is possible. However, most of us have to go through wiping the windshield. You get to choose what you do. The reading from Mark Nepo was about being willing to go into our stuff, to see it clearly, and know that it is not us, and wipe it clean. You don't have to study it, get in it, sit in it, lay in it, roll in it, unless you want to. But you can know it's there and decide, I'm healing that because that no longer serves me. So by choosing a word, you are deciding that there is something in your life that is out of alignment with that word that you no longer want to carry through. You're done with that. And I want to do the work to move forward to my highest and best. The interesting thing is, we never know what the journey's going to look like. So you have to be willing to say yes without knowing where this word is taking you. You may not even know what it means when you choose it. You may not know what it's going to ask of you. You may not know what it's going to bring up. It may not know what baggage is going to be unzipped and presented to you. Those things that you've done in life or you've dealt with, or somebody that was in your life and you don't want to look at it anymore, and this word starts to bring it up, and you unzip that baggage and you go, oh crap, I didn't want to see that again. I didn't want to think of that person again. I didn't want to think of that loss again. I didn't want to think of the way I hurt that person again. I didn't want to think about that because it's uncomfortable. But you can't heal what you won't acknowledge. You got to unzip the baggage. You got to look at it and say, okay, you no longer serve me. You got to be willing to look at it and say, you no longer serve me. You're going out 2026. So this is the work, folks. We get to choose how we move forward. We get to choose to move consciously through life. So many people are just walking unconsciously. Stuff just happens. We trip over stuff. Stuff hits us in the face. Stuff hits the fan, and we just kind of wipe it away, or we throw it on the windshield and we decide, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to look through the windshield with all the muck on it. I don't care, and I'm going to try to drive through life and try to see and look around the stuff, look through the stuff, but all of it colors every single thing you do, see, hear, and feel. The question is, are you tired of what's happening, and are you ready for something else? And the new year gives us an excuse to do it now. You can do it any day, any moment, at any time. Any day, any moment, any time, you can decide, I'm ready for a change in consciousness. And that means you're ready for a change in life. It means you're ready for a change in you. You are ready, actually, for a change in your relationship with God. Because as we start to deal with our stuff and we clear off that windshield, you see more of God and you see more of you. The real you. Not the you with all the stuff crusted all over you. You, the essence of you, the light of you, the glory of you, the magnificence of you. That's the light, the spark of God that was given to you way before you came to this earthly existence. If you go back to quantum physics, everything always existed. So you were always here. We were all always here, but in different forms of energy. So there are waves and particles. For a while, we're all waves, and then you show up, and then you become a particle, and there's atoms, but they're all energy all the time. You get down to the nth degree of everything, it's nothing but energy and information. Spiritual information, divine information, electromagnetic information. And when you change your consciousness, you change your field, you change the field. Mass consciousness. So as we shift in here as individuals, our community changes. We become more love, we become more family, we become more accepting. I had a group of friends here for a retreat yesterday, and all of them felt you when they walked in this room. One of them walked around and she just kept saying, "Oh my gosh, this place is beautiful. I love how it feels." She walked everywhere. She went down the hall, she walked around the kitchen, she went back there by the library, and she just kept saying, "I don't know what you did here, but this place feels wonderful." That's you in here. It's not the paint. It's not the windows. It's not the colors. It's you. That's what they felt. I've had contractors walk in here and say, "Oh my gosh, this place feels nice." You think he's just in there dealing with the wiring. But he's affected by you and your consciousness that stays here, the bit of you that stays here when you're not sitting in the room. That's your light. And so by choosing a word, you are choosing to expand that light, to dig deeper into that light that is you so that you can shine more brilliantly, not just for you, but for your spiritual family and every single person that comes into contact with you and every single people that 8 billion minus 35, 40, the rest of them, because as you raise, the quantum field is affected. Everybody is affected. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? But you get to live and be this word, not just live it, not just look at the word and know its definition. I invite you to look at the definitions of the word. I looked up mine, and it has several definitions. So I chose audacity. First it was bold, and I thought, I like just bold. And I love a thesaurus, so I went in, then I found audacity, and I said, okay, audacious, I like that. I like that. And then after I sat with it, I thought, oh God, so yesterday in my retreat, there were moments when I had to be audacious, when I didn't want to be audacious. There were times that I shared, and we were talking about growth and transformation, and I didn't feel like sharing because I was tired, but I kept hearing audacious in my head, and I shared when I didn't particularly want to share. That's what's going to happen to you now when you have this word. It's going to be in your head. You're going to be feeling it, and there are times when you say, okay, am I going to live this? Or is it just going to be a word I'm going to hang on that tree and forget? Which is perfectly fine. We'll love you anyway. There's no judgment. That's what I love about what we do here, that we accept you exactly as you are, and we also hold your highest and best. We hold your divinity in our hearts. We see you, all of you, all the time. We know you're going through stuff, and we also see your light. And we love all of it. That's our work here as a community. So what is it you want? What is that word that's coming? We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. So something should be happening. Something should be coming up. And it might be something that's coming up and you're saying, I don't know. I don't want that. I don't like that. And that's probably precisely the word that you need if you're uncomfortable about it. I don't know that I want to be audacious all the time. I don't. There are times when I don't want to speak up. I think I speak enough. Good Lord, I speak on Sunday morning. Why do I have to speak Monday through Friday? Why do I have to speak up again? Why do I have to be the one who shares again? But the word kept coming up, so I said, okay, we're doing that. Seatbelt on. Click. Here we go. Ready to wipe the windshield because there's something for me in that. There's a lot that I have to let go of in order to be audacious. I've got to learn how not to play small at times. I have to learn how to speak up and speak what's coming through me at times when I don't want to speak. There are times when I know I'm being inspired to speak and I keep thinking, I don't feel like it. Can I just be in my chair, invisible? Please. And Spirit's speaking to me. The word comes up, and I think, oh, time to share, time to be audacious, and time for me to be open about what that means in this moment. So what I invite you to do as you're choosing your word, and as you move forward with this word, is just be open. And if you're not meditating, and we all are, aren't we? We all are every day. That daily practice of prayer meditation, just nod your head, yes. We are meditating every day because part of the openness is being in meditation to listen to your soul, listen to God, listen to Spirit, whatever it is you call it. Doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you're listening. To be led forward. To show you the windshield, to show you the stuff on the windshield, to help you heal what's on the windshield and let it go. Sometimes looking at it is enough to heal it and to say, oh, I see that. Oh, I see myself at that time in my life when I took that on, and I love myself, and I forgive myself if that's necessary, or I forgive whomever else might be involved, if necessary, and move forward. Let God let go. Let God have it, let it go. And move forward with whatever step comes next. But you won't hear the step if you're not listening, if you're not in prayer meditation. You got to listen, and when you hear, heed it. Try it. It works. I've told you for many years I heard but didn't heed. Drove it in the ditch. So there may be a ditch waiting for you if you don't heed what you hear. Just saying. I always found one. Sometimes the ditch was shallow. Sometimes it was deep. Sometimes I was down there for a while, rolling around in the muck and the mud till I decided it was time to get out. And I said, yeah, some told me not to do that. It's okay, as long as you move forward. It's okay to go in the ditch because it means you're moving, and it means you might listen the next time. That now you recognize there's something speaking to you that has your highest and best, and if you say yes, I won't be in the ditch again. I don't like being in the ditch. You can even reverse on the way to the ditch, on the way down. You can say, oops, don't want to do that, and come back out. There's a U-turn before you hit the ditch, before you hit the bottom. There always is. There always is. So we're starting a journey together. And I've thought long and hard about this. So we're going to use the 12 powers. So every month we're going to have one of the 12 powers to apply to our journey with the Word. And this month we're doing understanding. Understanding. Part of understanding is looking at the windshield and knowing it for what it is. That the stuff on the windshield is the illusion, is not you. It's not you. It's being willing to look beyond the obvious and find God in whatever is there. Find you, the light, in whatever is there. Part of understanding is knowing you have the power. You have the power to change what is happening. That this journey is different, that you can take the fork in the road and decide, I'm not doing this anymore because it's too bumpy, too loud, too noisy. I don't like it. I'm stressed out. I want to do something else. And that word is leading you on the fork in the road. I'm not going to promise it won't have some bumps or twists and turns, or that your car will stall, or that there'll be a ditch on either side of the road. There might be, as long as you keep moving down the road with Spirit, knowing that Spirit is with you, guiding you along the way, and that word is carrying you through. So as you hit the skids, you say, I am whatever your word is. So I'll be saying, I am audacious. I am audacity. Throughout the year, throughout the day. When I don't want to speak up, but I'm being inspired to speak up. My thought in my head was, I'm audacious. I speak up when inspired to speak up. I step forward when inspired to step forward. I am bold. I do have something to say that somebody wants to hear or needs to hear. That's why Spirit's speaking to me and saying, say that, because there's somebody waiting for me to say it. So whatever your word is, there's somebody, namely you, who's looking for that healing, but there's probably somebody else in the world who needs your light. Somebody's waiting for you. And it may not be to speak up or do anything. It may be that you're walking differently, feeling differently, that your presence is different now, that your light is just brighter. And you can walk by somebody, you can drive by somebody on the road, and they feel differently because you were in their midst. And for them, that's God. It might be the answer to a prayer. And they don't know why. They were stressed one minute and felt better the next. All of a sudden, something felt lifted because you showed up. So we're getting ready to go on a journey. And I want you to be excited about this. This is, whenever you're in the process of discovery, it should be exciting. We're on a new adventure in life. And we'll be here, I'll be here for you as we walk forward with this. We're going to do this together. And we'll enrich each other's lives. We'll enrich each other's lives. So I have a handout with today's reading, and has the affirmation, divine understanding awakens in my heart today and every day. We are going to use the same affirmation throughout the month. In the beginning of each month, we have a new word, and we'll have a new affirmation for that month. And so this is your homework. So it says at the bottom of this handout, for contemplation, How might becoming, whatever your word is, your guiding word, help you become more conscious of your unity with the divine? And you may not know, prayer meditation. Get quiet. Go into contemplation in whatever way works for you. So it might be that you need to go garden in the quiet, have your hand in the dirt. I was raking leaves a couple of weeks ago for a couple of hours out in the silence, just raking leaves, smelling the earth. Did me a lot of good. Did me a lot of good. It may be that you will be sitting in the house in the quiet. Maybe you'll be going for a walk. Maybe you'll be working out. I don't know what it'll be for you, but find times of solitude, prayer and meditation during the week, during the month, during the year. Your prayer is your affirmation. And we have a new affirmation that we'll be reading during service, and we have cards that we'll give out to you, so you have that affirmation you can take home, and that is your prayer, where you are affirming, decreeing, and declaring what's going to happen in your year with this word. And that is God working through you. That is God working through you. So I want to read again this. By meditation, by the innate logic of mind, which is really a process of cleaning the windows of mind so that we continually see a little more clearly, we have become conscious of our unity with the great source of almightiness. That's God. And have learned that through this unity, we may be led into the light here and now. In other words, divine understanding is today awaking in our hearts. We're letting the light in. The light's already there. We're opening our eyes to it. And you're opening your eyes to your brilliance that is born of your divinity. God working in you and through you. So let's take this in a meditation. So we're going to get quiet. And you may already have your word. If you do, if you've been inspired already to this, I just want you to hold your word in your mind and in your heart. And if you don't have a word yet, ask. In whatever way you need to ask it, Spirit, what have you for me this year? What word, what guiding word will lead me to my highest and best this year, 2026? What do you have for me? Spirit, I ask with an open heart and open mind. I trust fully, deeply. That with this guiding word, I will find more peace, more love, greater prosperity, vibrant health, wisdom, greater wisdom. I will be a harmonizing force in this world. I will heal in body, mind, spirit, and heart. Here I am in joyous expectation of our journey together. Spirit, God. What shall we create? What shall we create? So just breathe and relax. Be open to whatever shows up. Just breathe. So as we come up and we write our words on the paper ornaments, the beautiful ornaments that Glenna made for us, we're going to hold space for others as they come up and write their words. And it's okay if you don't have a word today. Don't worry about it. It'll come. So you write your word on one side. And if you want, you can put your name on the other side of the ornament. You don't have to. It's up to you. And then you'll go up and hang it on the tree. Maybe we should move the tree out a little bit, Glenn. So if you want, if you know your word, just come up and let's just have a couple of people around the table at a time. You can write your word and just leave space. So probably no more than 4 or 5 at the table at a time. Okay, that's probably enough. At least they can reach behind it. Careful of the step as you walk up.